don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Mr. Palmer. Squad up. Shout out to the BMT Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And yes, this is a pre-recorded video. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of more pre-recorded videos because everything I can't talk about on the live, I get so much shit. It's like some stuff I have to put to the side I can't even talk about and pray that somebody else do. But what we're gonna talk about today is an interesting topic. A Georgia father who dumps 80,000 pennies on the front line of the baby mama terrorists. Yeah, I said it. This man dropped 80,000 pennies on the front lawn. He drove up in a truck. He had a thing on the back, pressed the button, dumped it all out. The baby mama terrorists didn't know who he was at first till he said, "It's your last payment of child support." And he's been estranged from his daughter for some years. And we're going to talk about this. A lot of people was, congratulations. And I'm one of them. Oh, yeah. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. What I would have did it personally? No, I wouldn't. But I do understand. See, a lot of people going to look at it like, and I will say this, the way the media made it look like, mad, bitter because of child support. But I want y'all to watch the video. And it's only a 2.5-minute video. We're going to dissect this shit. And I'm going to tell you what it really is. Do it affect the child? Yeah, it could affect the child. But I'm going to tell y'all the reality versus what the media and everybody else says. And then the baby mama terrorist, she still took a win because how she played it at the end. We're going to talk about that as well. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read it first. I'm going to read it first. And you see it right here. Father left 80,000 pennies worth of child support on the front lawn. A mom and daughter gave it to a domestic abuse center. I'm going to read it. This was done 4 days ago. A man dumped tens of thousands of pennies on his ex-lawn, saying it was a final child support payment. The father and the woman and her daughter turned the tables, donating the money to a domestic abuse center. This is the video, but we're going to do it afterwards. I just turned 18, said the high school senior Avery Sanford in a WTVR report on Wednesday from Richmond, Virginia. So damn, he drove from Georgia to Virginia to do this. Damn. Ooh, boy. Damn. Because he's from Georgia. So he drove all the way out there to Richmond, Virginia to dump them pennies. Damn. She says, when I was in the middle of my class, my dad came by. He had rented a trailer. He pulled up in front of our house, turned the trailer on to dump out all the pennies in the streets in front of our house. And my mom walked outside while it was happening. She didn't recognize him at first, and she said, "What are you dumping in my lawn?" And he said, "It's your final child support payment." And that's when she realized who it was. The mother had the mother had to pick it up with a snow shovel. Surveillance footage reportedly captured the incident and coin-ridden aftermath. The father, who was not named in the article, reportedly admitted to dumping the coins. He attributed his actions to 18 years of frustration and that his emotions got the best of him, he said, according to the outlet. The last thing he wanted was to create another wedge between him and his daughter, he said. But that's what young Sanford said happened. It's not just my mom he's trying to embarrass, he said. It's also me and my sister. And it's upsetting that he didn't consider that before he did that. She has not talked to her father in years, she said. Nonetheless, mother and daughter decided to flip the scenario to a positive one. They gave the money to a local domestic abuse center, Safe Harbor Shelter. The organization's executive director, Kathy Easter, confirmed the donation to the Washington Post. They were able to turn such a negative experience and what her daughter witnessed into a positive. She said they found a way to turn this around and not feel devastated about it. And it was not just the Sanford and her mother. The organization said it got a bump in more than 5,000 of donations since the story about the family broke. Some donors cited the family as their reason for giving. Henrico County Police said that Sanford's mother did report the pennies dumping to them. Henrico Police documented the incident, however, no charges were filed. Lieutenant Matt Pekka told the Post about the May incident. So this happened in May. So as you see, he said he's been going through 18 years worth of frustration. The daughter says that it affected her and the sister, but we're going to play this clip. Let me see if I can make it bigger.
Richmond family got a shocking delivery on their lawn last month. Crime Insider John Burkett explains why 80,000 pennies were put on their lawn and how they're using the money to help those in need.
What looked like a landscaping trailer dropped a pile of pennies in front of a Wyndham mailbox last month. A Deep Run graduate says it's been hard trying to make sense of it.
If a penny is worth 1,000 words.
I just turned 18.
Certainly 80,000 of the coins will help Avery Sanford tell her side of the story.
When I was in the middle of class, my dad came by. He had rented a trailer.
The Deep Run senior will spend the summer at home before venturing to Virginia Tech for her freshman year.
He pulled up in front of our house, turned the trailer on, so it dumped out all the pennies in the street in front of our house. And my mom walked outside while it was happening. She didn't recognize him at first, and she asked, "What are you dumping on my lawn?" And he said, "It's your final child support payment." And that's when she realized who it was.
Never thinking she'd have to use a snow shovel in the summer to scoop up some domestic drama.
It's not just her that he'd be trying to embarrass. It's also me. It's also my sister. And it's upsetting that he doesn't really consider that before he did this.
Once the pennies were picked up, Sanford and her mom decided to flip the script. Her mom donating her daughter's last child support payment, every penny, to Safe Harbor, a domestic abuse shelter.
Turning around and donating that money to moms and children in need, I feel like that just really turns the situation into a positive one. You can learn a lesson from it.
A lesson Avery's teaching. She hasn't spoken to her father in years. She says the penny incident proves she made the tough but right decision to stay clear. And she has no interest in having a relationship with anyone who disrespects her mother.
It is really hurtful and damaging to your kids when you do things like that. And it doesn't matter how old your kid is. It doesn't matter if they're a young child or an adult. The actions of your parents will always have some effect on you.
Avery's mom did file a police report with Henrico County Police. I spoke to her father tonight on the phone. He tells me it was just 18 years of frustration built up. His emotions got the best of him, and the last thing he wanted to do was to put a further wedge between him and his daughter.
You can't make this shit up, y'all. Now, thing about this, like I said, I understand why the man did it. And once again, the baby mama terrorist got away with playing victim her just due. Now, me personally, I wouldn't put no 80,000 pennies on the front line. I wouldn't do that. Just pay your child support, keep your veins cold, wash your hands, move on, and continue to live your life. See, that's me. But I know exactly why he did what he did. And no, he didn't do it to hurt his daughter. But of course, it's going to affect the daughter. And she talking about, her and her sister. Her sister, that's not his child, but she put her in the equation. The fact of the matter is, these baby mama terrorists would alienate. They would run to the course of fair relationship. They would manipulate their kid to hate the dad. And when I tell y'all this child, she's not a child, she's 18. She's manipulated by the baby mama terrorist mother. Now, if you want to go technically or morally, was he wrong for dumping the pennies out there like that? Yeah, morally, he's wrong. But don't think he did it because he's paying child support. I see this scenario all in the blueprint The 18-year-old ain't seen her dad because that's how manipulated she was for all the damage and bullshit she put in her head. He probably fought in court. He had to pay child support, but he wasn't allowed to be a father. And that's what a lot of fathers go through, black, white, blue, or green, with a manipulated kid. And unfortunately, by him doing that, it made him look bad and made the baby mama Terrace look real good. And then she take the money and donate it to a shelter for women and kids. So even with this, by society standards, she took a W and he take a L. But from what I know now, to me, the war is over for him. Wash your hands and move on. And a lot of guys said they'll do the same thing. Some say they're going to do it. And hey, that's cool. But this just shows society standard of right or wrong versus the reality of right or wrong. He going to be looked at as the piece of shit, deadbeat, not trying to be a father, low life and all that shit. But the fact of the matter is she put him through hell. He wasn't allowed to be a father. He was just allowed to pay a check. A lot of these baby mama terrorists manipulate their kids to hate the father. And unfortunately, it happens. As far as him saying that I didn't mean to put a wedge through they were, further wedge through their situation, it didn't matter because you weren't going to be around your daughter anyway, whether she's 25 or 18 or 35, because she's manipulated and she's not going to go against the code. Like she said, I don't fool with nobody that disrespect my mom. So like I said, he was in a lose-lose situation. So I don't knock him for dropping them pennies off because either she wasn't going to fuck with him anyway, regardless. So it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Sometimes you have to wash your hands and move on with that kid because that kid manipulated and entertained the baby mama terrorist. She been fed a lot of bullshit. And then by you doing certain actions, that makes them say, oh, yeah, this further proves why my mama say what she says. Because believe me, I know these baby mama terrorists want to make you look bad, but see, my veins is cold. My veins are on ice. I don't give a fuck what a bitch say about me because when it's all said and done, bitch, you do not know me. You don't know what's going on. You assuming what's going on, but I'm just a nigga sitting on the couch, run for child support. So you think you doing something, you ain't doing a motherfucking thing over here. That's why I say my veins are cold. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker think about it. Anybody. Because I know what I do. I know how I move. I got receipts. I got the truth. And I'm going to spread the truth and expose all you baby mama terrorist motherfuckers. I ain't worried about none of that shit. That's why I laugh when motherfuckers talking about, oh, they got a picture of me on YouTube and pictures on IG of what I'm doing. Man, I don't give no fuck about that. Because my thing is, I'm more insulted that a motherfucker think that I'm stupid enough to have joint accounts and shit. I don't do those. I don't do those. So I understand why dude did what he did. But like I said, me personally, I wouldn't do it. I just keep living my life, pay that child support, live my life to the fullest. And once the shit over with, have a party, celebrate, get drunk, whatever you want to do. But, you know, I ain't mad at him. I understand. But the reason why he feel the way he feel, because he dealt with the baby mama terroristic shit for 18 years. And he's estranged from his daughter because the mother manipulated. And that's what they do best. I ain't going to hold y'all no longer. But please like, please subscribe, please donate. You know what I'm saying? They'll be trying to come out with more content that's pre-recorded. And the more y'all donate, the more I can build and grow. The less, then I have to do less on here. I'm just keeping it real, keeping it 100. You know, because running for child support is not a easy thing. Sleeping on the couch, I got to try to give me a love seat, man. I'm trying to upgrade this motherfucker. So yeah, y'all tell me y'all thoughts. Y'all tell me, you know, was he right? Was he wrong? Do y'all understand? Do y'all see where, you know what I'm saying, where I'm coming from? Do y'all see that the real blueprint versus what society and what the media is saying? Holler at me in the comments. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace.
It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids.